Welcome to RAAONLINE. I am Dr. Sambat Kumar. I am at present at Professor and Head at Savita Medical College. Formerly, I was Professor and Head and Vice Principal at Sri Ramchandra Medical College and Research Institute, Porur, Chennai. So now I am going to start on forensic medicine and toxicology subject. In that, the first chapter will be on medical ethics. Medical ethics part 1, that is the current scenario, because it has got 2 or 3 parts. But what is interesting, I will try to tell you today so that you will develop an interest and then go through the other chapters. So, to say that medical ethics, it is nice to be important, but it is more important to be nice also. So, we have various responsibilities to be ethical, and ethics is not the same for everybody. So, ethics means we will have to obey the law, at the same time we will have to obey the religion and then the customs also. So, likewise, doctor and the society, he has got a certain responsibilities to the society. In certain diseases, notifiable diseases, he has to inform the health authorities, the concerned health authorities. Otherwise, that itself is a crime not to inform. For example, a few months back, we are not supposed to treat any COVID infected cases unless we are authorized. And then later on it came that we can treat, but it has to be informed to the health authorities so that they will isolate that particular place or that particular person or that even that particular locality. So we have certain duties. If it is an stab injury, we are supposed to inform the police. So any unnatural death also we are supposed to inform the police. These are all our ethical duties to the society. Doctor-patient relationship. So we are supposed to know what are the rights of the patient and what are the duties of the doctor. Unless we are sure about the rights of the patient, we might sometimes do a negligent act. And doctor-doctor relationship. So we will have to respect the co-workers or the co-doctors. It is called as etiquette. So giving respect not only to the doctors but to their families, also extending the equal amount of respect which you would normally expect when you go with a family to another consultant. In fact, in those days there was a say that it is not advisable to treat your own near relatives, because sometimes we might not think or sometimes even miss some rare diagnosis. We may not think about the certain dreaded diseases also. So it is better to seek our senior colleague or our colleague to treat our dear and near ones. And doctor and healthcare relationship. So it is not only our doctors but the other paramedical workers, including the staff nurse. Now the allied health workers also play a major role between the doctor and the patient. So we should have a healthy relationship. In fact, sometimes pharmacist also can spoil a name of a doctor if he feels that he has to take a revenge or something. So it is always better to have a good relationship with everyone, and then in fact to consult them on certain things, like having a weekly meeting and then find out how well we can improve the patient services. And doctor to legal system relationship. So this is very important, because ignorance of law is not an excuse, so that you cannot tell in a court that I did not know, hence I did not inform, or I did not take this precaution. So wherever you are, you will have to respect the law of the land. But at the same time, while giving respect to the legal system as well as the ethical system, it is always when there is an equal opportunity, we can go ethically than legally, because legal system sometimes it can be explained in a rarest of the rare situation that I did what is right to my conscience, and then we can still judicial system can excuse us in case we had given more preference in a most emergency situation to the ethical system than to the legal system. So medical ethics, to be honest, is medical ethics, so that we respect. In fact, it is, even if we do not do any good to them, we should not do any harm to them. So each patient, we should not discriminate by the caste, creed, or by the color. Though we have the right to choose the patient, suppose there are 10 patients waiting to see you, and we think one of the patient is a troublesome patient. For example, a third patient who happens to visit you will be a troublesome patient, or he has not paid your fees earlier, or you think that he will waste a lot of time asking unnecessary questions. In fact, you want to avoid him. You can still refuse to see a patient. That is your right. But it is not on caste, creed, or any other reason. But since that he is you have an earlier experience of a troublesome patient, or he himself is a patient who does not pay the fees, you can still refuse to see a patient. It is your right. And code of ethics, there are a number of codes of ethics which almost denote the same. So the first one will be the Hippocrates Oath, which even now all fresh medical graduates, when they pass out, they take this Hippocrates Oath. Declaration of Tokyo, Declaration of Geneva, and then International Code of Medical Ethics, which has now come.